It's not a good Ruina stream if I don't start off with that song, I swear. Okay, let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, so welcome back to Library of Ruina. So, my plan today is twofold. I did do a little bit of grinding off screen just to make sure I had enough books for this. I didn't necessarily burn that many of them. I just, you know, did a little bit of stuff to make sure I had like all the books I needed to go into here. Like I have a couple of these books from, I don't remember what this one's called. It's this one, Gay's Office, yeah. Took a little bit of stuff from Gay's Office, so I have a couple extras in case I need them. I haven't burned too many yet. I picked up a couple more books to Walter, so I can get in here whenever I need to. Oh, really? I only had the one. Or the two, rather. I think I did it a couple times, but I just didn't get any books of Walter. And then I've got to do these ones. Hello! Welcome back. So I gotta do these ones at some point, too. I did a little bit of farming, yeah. I didn't do too much. I basically just did a bit to get more books so I could go into things. I didn't do enough to, like, burn a ton of extras. Alright, so... Anyway, the idea is twofold. I've got to take care of this place again. And... I need to take care of Lovetown. So I'm thinking I probably should start this one first and then do Lovetown afterwards, because first off, this only needs Book of Walter and Isadora. That's easy enough to get. These ones don't drop as frequently, unfortunately. And then I can do Lovetown when I'm all set there, because that one's going to need a little bit of work, because I have to adjust things to work around the weird resistances that the enemies have there. So, let's hop in. Okay, hold on. Actually, before I check, I think I did a little bit of... No, I haven't outfitted these people at all. Okay, you're all outfitted. Yeah, you're not. You're pretty much all outfitted. I got Rain's page on all of them. See, Meow, Oink, and Moomoo's pages are there. Haven't done anything with Malkuth. So, Yasad and Hod are both kitted out, as well as, obviously, Keter. So, let's get to it, I guess. See if I can do it this time. Oh, I got real close last time. Yeah, get your egg tea going. Okay. Thinking what I should probably do is take out Philip first, since he's the weak link. Salvador needs to go quickly, though, so I might go Philip, Salvador, Yuna. But Yuna also gets stronger when she's left, but then Salvador's going to be there the entire time, which is an issue. Okay, so I'll probably do Salvador, Yuna, Philip in that order. Because Salvador needs to go. He needs to go fast. Yuna is a problem, but not as big of a problem, and he can be taken care of easily enough afterwards. He's the weak link. Alright, so let's go. long as I don't get real unlucky, I should be okay, roughly. Okay, so these two are going here. That means you get to do whatever you want, really. Which means pretty much you only get one move. C4. That should work there. You're getting hit here. You're getting 2 hits coming in from here and here, huh? That's 3 hit. 1, 6, 1, 5, 2, 7. Alright, let's go. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. Come on, break him. Nice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, need to take out Salvatore immediately. So, let's do this one. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. Could have gotten better. Nice. Damn it, he's so close. Okay, pulsation up. He's attacking here, huh? Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's not going to go well. We'll do shocking blow here. You are attacking there. That's fine. Let's do that. Nice. Okay, and nice! Salvatore's dead. Alright. Next up, Yuna. I'll end you. Let's do a crush. And then a brawl. That's unfortunate, but I can work with it. Excellent. Let's give it to you, I guess. Fervent Beats, you can go there. I'm surprised she lived. Nice. Yeah! Much better. And there he goes. Yeah, Dawn office closed. Much better. Much better. Only lost one guy. I got a book of Yuna and a book of Salvador, and that's it.
저 할아범은 나이를 먹어서도 여전하구만.
That Gramps still hasn't changed after so many years.
상대는
He
너를
didn't seem to
알아보지 못한
recognize
것
you, though.
같은데.
해결사들이
They just meet so
얼마나
many
많은
people in their
사람과
lives.
만나고
It's pretty much
헤어지는데
impossible to remember them
그걸
all.
전부 기억하는 게 대단한 거지. 게다가
And
그냥
Gramps knows
해결사도
even more people
아니고
than most
다리 넓은
fixers,
할아범
so there's
같은
no way he can
사람은
recount
더더욱
everyone he'd
힘들 거야.
met.
굳이
Not
기억할
like he needs
필요도
to, though.
없긴 하지만 아니면
And he's
나이가
old,
나이다 보니
so his memory probably got
가물가물한 걸
shaky.
수도 있고.
그럼 너는 왜 아는
Why didn't you
척하지
say to
않은
him
거야?
that you knew him then?
난 그냥
I just still want to
일버리기
make a
싫어서.
scene. Giving him the
이런
time of
곳에서
day
아는
would only
척
make both
해봤자
of us
서로에게
uncomfortable.
불편해질 뿐이잖아.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, thank you, I did. Yeah, now I gotta do the hard part.
전장에 나가서
Imagine walking up to your
적군에게
enemy and
대뜸
balancing, "Hi
안녕,
there, we were
난
friends
네
3 years ago,
3년 전
remember?"
친구였는데
It'd be awkward for
기억나?
sure,
라고
and bothersome
물어보면
too.
확실히 당황스럽지. 신경 쓰이기도 하고.
그렇게 맺고
I don't
끊음이
dislike how you
확실한 거.
try not to leave any loose ends in
싫진 않아.
relationships.
그렇지.
I guess so.
정에
Gave up
매달리는 건
caring about
진작에
bonds long
그만뒀으니까.
ago.
그리고 누누이
And as I say from
말하지만
time to time,
서로
you never
농담
know when anyone will
주고받아도
backstab you in this world,
언제 당할지
even
모르는
those you
세계야.
casually joke with.
그런 현실은
Gramps
누구보다
knew that better
해보면
than
잘
anyone, I'm
알고
sure.
있겠지.
No thing. I still don't have anything for Malkuth. Like, it's been a while. Book of Gaze? Oh, I don't have a Book of Gaze office. That's what I'm missing. So I gotta do Gaze office more. Probably gonna have to do them a bit for... Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that for Love Town anyway, I'm guessing. Okay. Let's see, who does this need? Yuna and Salvador. Hey, how convenient. I have one. Yeah, I might as well. It's not like it's terribly hard to do either. I'm just getting unlucky with it. Let's see, weak to slash, weak to bash, weak to stab. Alright, so focus Bono as usual. Oh, this is a good hand. Where's Bono? There he is. Ow. Yeah, that's fine. He's not gonna have a next turn to... Oh, or he will. Fair enough. Probably should go for this one. He can't do anything. So you're gonna brawl on... Wow, just those rolls. Nice. Well, I got stagger on the next round, so that's something. Okay, pulsation activate. Well, that's unfortunate. I sure did. Go. Well, I guess I'll just have to get it on this next round then. Let's give it to you. Okay, you're gonna brawl here. You are gonna not do anything because you have nothing to do. Actually, no. Brawl. Cancel that. Brawl here instead. Take her out. Oh, well, that's fine too. I got Bullet Dalek. Ah, damn it. Right, I died. God, he had no help. Okay, the music appears to have kicked up very suddenly. Okay, we're fine. No, we're not. We're not fine. We're not fine at all. This might actually be my best bet. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, no Book of Gay's office. Book of Bono. Book of Dalek, Book of Alec. So what's the best way to do this? I have to try and kill them as quickly as possible? Is that how it works? I have to kill them as quickly as possible so the emotion gauge doesn't go up? Less emotion, bigger chance. How if I do this? You also get one of those. Let's try that out. Let's try this out. I've got... That's true, yeah. I mean, not a whole lot I can do about that, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's go with this. That's not gonna work, but whatever. Go. Okay, chances in the top right corner. Okay, so 10% additional realization game. Ah, I see. 40% chance of getting a Book of Gay's office. So right now I have 40% chance. I need to do it like very quick. I want a better chance. 15. This will do... That'll kill, probably. Good. Yeah, got one! So now we're looking at 20%. Nice. That was a lot less stressful than when I used the other ones. Yeah, Gaze Office, finally. Yeah! Alright, let's see what's going on over here. Book of the Singing Machine. Yeah, they'd even throw people into it just to hear the music. Just thinking about the employees who were charmed by that song gives me the heebie-jeebies. Stay sharp, everyone. Don't let this music allure you. Everyone threw their bodies into me. It'll certainly create an even sweeter sound, I'm guessing it says. Let's see. Shaking blow, 1 to 4 on hit, inflict 3 bind. Okay, on Clash Lose, inflict 1 feeble to self next scene. On Clash Lose, self inflict 1 disarm to self on next scene. I crave that melody. Every 2 scenes, gain a card, gain an extra speed die and use a different set of combat pages. If staggered while this is active, get put into the machine at the start of the next scene? Every 2 scenes, gain that. Use a different set of combat pages. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I need to stagger them very quickly, it looks like. Yeah, I need to stagger them in order to get them to toss themselves into the machine ASAP. 4 to 6. Wow, okay, those things do not take any stagger. Singing machine with knowledge machine. When crave melody form, they get fatal stagger. Focus on stopping attacks. Okay. Trembling motion, shaking blow. Rebind. Lose feeble. Lose feeble. Okay, so these two are going to be going here. Don't have anything I can use there. Oh god, I can't stop any of these attacks coming in. Yep. So damage resistance normal. Ineffective stagger. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is coming in 1 to 4, 1 to 6. Nothing's attacking here. This can go here in that case. I guess I'll put that right there. Every 3 clash wins, restore 1 line, gain 1/2 haste. Let's get that there then. There it is. The machine that sings cannot be targeted, does not act, takes no damage. On the scene after I Crave That Melody is activated, plays music using the character and the machine. The character takes damage equal to 30% of their max HP and is excluded from the battle for that scene. While the music is playing, all characters gain 5 strength and all stagger damage, resistance change to fatal. Okay, yeah, so I need to somehow get someone chucked into the machine, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, so they get put into the machine if they're staggered, but they're not going to stagger. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Yeah, it doesn't work unless I get someone staggered to go into the machine first. Oh, on hit, target is put into the machine. That's why. That's how that works. Okay, so I'm getting stagger self. Oh, I see. Well, I can't do anything there, so into the machine it goes. Alright, so now they've got Fatal Stagger. There we are. God, that's noisy. Wow. Oh, god damn it. Everyone got changed to Fatal Stagger. I see. Okay, I can at least take out this one right now. Wow, sick. Okay, I think it's going to be craving music in a minute. There it goes. Okay, target spoon to machine. Target spoon to the machine. So I gotta stop that one. 6, 3 to 7. Oh God, there's so many. That one's going to Yasad, so that's fine. This can go here. That'll completely block it. That one's a 3 to 7. I guess I'll do this. Try and block that. Oh God, please don't. Thank you. God damn it. God damn it! At least kill this one? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to just soak these hits. Because I don't even have cards for this anymore. Seven. They're all attacking the exact same one, so I can't even stop this. Yes, this is over. I didn't have much of a choice in the matter. I was misinformed about the mechanics, and then also, like, I just got completely fucked over on that one attempt. I could have had it if I had, like, that one thing. But now that I know what's going on, I should be able to deal with this. There we go. Alright, it's open. 3-7, 3-7. This one's going here. 3-7. Got two of them coming in here. So this one is going to have to go in and try to counter this one. This one. Do a 4 to 6. Counter that one. Nice. Nice! Oh, come Upon a successful blunt attack, the die roll max damage. Yeah, might as well. Give this to you. Why not? Alright, well. Sod's in there right now. There we go. Oh, come on! What was that about? Okay, everything's going here. Sick. So you block the 5. Crush can counter this one, I guess, and then I'll just attack here to show support, I guess. Alright. She's open. Block that one. Block that one. 3 to 7. I wish I could use that one. So I'll do this. Just to be safe. As safe as possible. Nice. Okay. It should be good now. Okay, one of them should have gone in the machine. Really? None of them went in the machine? Okay, fine. Let's do this then, I guess. Yay, one's dead. Okay, this is 2 hits coming in here. Can't do anything. I gotta save light on that turn anyway. Alright, here we go again. Time for the great machine to do its work. And they can't do it because they don't have enough time, energy. Yeah. Perfect. Ow. Okay, can't do anything. You're just gonna have to crush some skulls, I guess. Oh, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? Ow. Rude. Well, that's not going to work out well for me at all. I can use this to counter one of them. Let's put it here. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, you can't do anything. You're gonna get staggered on this round. That'll have to be fine. Boy, I'm in a bad place right now. In a very bad place at the moment. I guess I gotta just sit. There's the machine. This one had enough. Okay, if we can kill this one, though. Come on. Bad place overall. Hey! It died from bleed! Haha! I might as well just let it go. It didn't do any damage to me anyway, so whatever. Okay, that one's attacking here. That's fine. I can Fascinating Fabric that. Nice. And into the machine. Yeah! Much better. Suppression of singing machine complete. Okay, God, that was a... All characters, let's see, music. But nothing can compare to the music it makes when it eats a human. All characters deal 1 to 4 additional damage with attacks this act. Characters suffer 1 to 4 additional stagger damage upon taking a hit. Theoretically could be good. Could theoretically cancel out incoming attacks with that. Rhythm. It was creating a rhythm. Single ally for the duration of the battle. Wait, does music only act for 1 act? For the duration of the battle, gain 1 rhythm at the start of each scene. Whenever a character with rhythm makes a successful attack, a random character gains 1 rhythm at a 25% chance next scene. And rhythm gains 1 strength, take additional stagger damage from hits. Musical addiction. After all, art is the devil's gift, born from despair and suffering. Never stop performing until the body crumbles to dust. Offensive dice gain 1 to 3 power, defensive dice roll 1. Okay. So, very offensive. If I'm not blocking, that would be a good one to get. Hey, got your books. I'll just leave them here and go before Mr. Viper bites my ass. Who told you that? Told me what? What are we going to argue about this time? You referred to me as a viper just a moment ago. Well, I called you that because you like to spit venom at others with that sharp look. You know, there was one guy I used to know who was kind of like you. He was nicknamed the Viper. That's funny. I was also nicknamed as such a long time ago. See, people all think in similar ways. You're a bit milder than that guy, though. Is that supposed to be a compliment or an insult? I accidentally clicked. Don't mind that. More of a compliment. In any case, you're upright at heart. There was a time when I would pressure myself and others with a paranoidal obsession to order. Back in Lobotomy Corps? Correct. Back then, even a small mistake could lead to substantial casualties. Doesn't hurt to be strict when caution is needed. I wanted to remain level-headed at all times. I tried to conceal all my emotions, even when I felt anger or sadness. So I treated others in a frigid manner under the pretext of rules and discipline. Is that why you're being so cold to me as well? No, it's the opposite, in fact. I'm upset at your compliance with Angela precisely because I cannot stand to tolerate overdoing with a cool head. My first life as a person named Gabriel, I wanted to make the world a better place. I wish technological advancement would bring comfort to people. But look at what we've gotten into. In Lobotomy Corporation, we turned people into abnormalities and sacrificed even more people to the abnormalities, all to generate energy as part of our singularity. And what we're doing now isn't any less, it's ruthless. For the sake of retrieving the light, we're killing people yet again and turning them into books. Inflicting pain on others in favor of information. It's as if comfort can only be achieved through the agony of others in this city.
아까 내가
Like I
말했지.
said, Yasad, you're upright at heart.
넌 올곧다고. 내 입장에선
Well, I don't really get why anyone would bother to
이해가
care
안
so much
가지만.
for others.
그래서 난 반대로
I think the
생각해.
opposite, actually.
내가 당한
Someone else must have
만큼
benefited from all the trouble I
누군가
went
편했을 테니.
through, so it's only fair I get to
난
make use
당연히
of the
그 편의를
conveniences
이용할
others suffered for.
정당성이 있다고 생각했거든.
당신
It's
덕분
very much like you to think so.
그렇게
Does that
생각한다고
kind of
마음이
mindset truly
편해집니까?
ease your mind?
어쩌겠어.
Nothing I can do about it
그건
anyway.
그거고
That's that,
이건
and this is
이건데.
this.
그래도 너에게
Still,
있는
I don't want
마음
to say that your
자체가
way of thinking
글렀다는
is
소리를
outright
하고
wrong
싶진
or
않아.
anything.
맞는 말이야.
You're right. Way too
아무
right.
맞는 말.
That doesn't vibe too well with
그래서
me or the city.
도시와도 나하고도 맞지 않지.
당신도 저를
You must be
한심하게
thinking I'm
보고
pathetic
있겠군요.
like others do.
그렇기 때문에
You
난
know, this
못하지만
difference between our
넌
mindsets
가능할
might
것
be
같아.
what'll let you do things I couldn't dream of doing.
이 판을
To shake up
바꾸기
the whole
위해선
system, you need perseverance more than
어떻게든 이
anything.
바닥에서 악착같이 버텨야 해. 그러다
Who
보면
knows? You might actually
언젠가
create
누군가의
technologies
희생
that don't need
없이도 돌아가는
sacrificing others to
기술을
run someday,
네가
right?
만들 수도 있잖아.
여태까지
I've already
참아왔는데
endured for so long, and you're telling me to stay
침묵하라는
silent yet
것입니까?
again.
한 번만
Just this once, man. Just
한
one
번만 더
more time.
참아보자고. 이번엔 다를지
Things could turn
모르잖아.
out differently this time around.
그리고
Besides,
로보토미
some
때와
things did
지금을
improve over your time in
비교하면
lobotomy corps,
나아진
right?
게 하나도 없는 건 아니지 않아?
그렇습니다.
That is true.
적어도 제
I can at
지시를
least
따라주던
be with my former
예전
employees
직원들과
who've always
함께할 수
been loyal to
있습니다.
me.
그래.
Yeah, what'd I tell
나아진 게
you?
하나 정도는
There is one
있잖아.
improvement at least.
그렇게 점차
Change up
바꿔가다
stuff one at a
보면
time like
뭔가
that. You can make a
달라지겠지.
huge difference eventually.
당연히 난
Don't force
그럴
me to do the
놈도
same
전혀
though,
못
since I'm totally
내겠으니
not up for that.
나한테 강요하지 말고.
당신
Quite the
막무가내군요.
foolhardy individual, aren't you?
하지만
But you do have a point.
롤랑의
Roland.
말이 맞습니다.
Some things have gotten better, as you
나아진
said.
게 없는 건 아닙니다. 더 나아질
We'll
수만
try and
있다면
persevere, as long as there are
언제까지고
improvements to be made.
참아보도록 하죠.
내 목까지
Can I leave you with my share of
부탁해도
persevering
되려나?
too?
그건 한번
I suppose I'll have
고려해봐야겠.
to consider that. Hey, look at them. They're friends now. They're smiling.
봐봐.
See, you're just
너무
too nice.
착하다니까.
Angela would have instantly shut me
엔젤라는
down with a bullshit.
기술이야 라고 말했을 텐데.
당신과
It
하는
turns out that
이야기가
conversing with you
마냥
wasn't all
불쾌한
too
건
unpleasant,
아니군요.
after all.
그래 그래.
Yep, I have my
나도
charm,
좋은
you
점이
see.
있지. 그리고
And let's drop the courtesy while we're
말도
at it.
편하게 하라고.
전 이게
I'm more
편합니다.
comfortable speaking this way.
그럴 것
Yeah,
같았어.
figured. Cheers then.
아무튼 힘내라고.
고마웠습니다.
It was nice talking with you. Hurrah! Obtain book of blank. All right, Malkuth time. Let's. I don't remember if I redid Malkuth stuff, so let's just. See what do we got for this? Carnival page. When an ally has died, gain 4 strength at the end of each scene. Meow. Meow. Gain +1 power for the first scene. Gain +2 power for the first scene. Olga's page. Oh. So that's how she works. So you're you're Pierre, right? Xiao is a Yun fixer. So let's make you Rain. Let's give you Rain's page here. And you are not up to par, so let's give you a... Now, how about Mika? Alright. So, Malkuth has what again? Upon taking a hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker, gain a buff. Librarian's HP is at 20% or lower. And Admiral selected, gain match light. When in posture, bonus stagger damage. Common page with the highest cost in hand is chosen. Decrease the cost, and all dice gain 1/2 power in a clash. I'll lose 1/2 power in a one-sided attack. So I guess I should probably go for big offense for these ones. Daring decision is good here for her specifically. I have plenty of those anyway, so. Okay, so Olga is restore 1 light and draw 1 card. Any 2s I can get in here. Full stop to life. Crush is always useful. Feast. Your shield, suppress. Outburst. Yes, hello. Yes, I did get a Olga page at some point, so I figure I might as well try it out. Outburst I think actually will be good, because this seems to be very discard heavy. Let's go with that. The red notes. Give 1 strength to a random ally. Okay, so yeah, let's go with 2 daring decisions. No, 2 outbursts, rather. Okay, what next? What I've really got to do is I've got to go back and do, whatever that one was where I could get the Flaming Bat, because Flaming Bat's good. Wait up? Okay, do I have wait up? Oh, I do, okay. On use, restore 1 light. Yeah, okay, that seems pretty decent. Yeah, I just gotta go back and, like, farm them up at some point, because the Flaming Bat stuff is super useful, even if it isn't that strong at this point. It might be outclassed later on. Okay, Stay calm. Just draw a page upon discarding this page. That's pretty good, actually. Discard a page with the lowest cost to use that. That's not bad. So I'll go on use. Oh, I see. I'll go with 2 stay calms and 1 gamble. I think that'll do. Yeah, I do have it unlocked. I just haven't been doing a whole lot with it yet, so I can attribute stuff, but I just haven't been doing it. Alright. Let's try out the Fairy Festival. What? That's fair enough. It's gotten skinny. Used to follow me around and care for me. You still thought it was doing that for our benefit? That one used to keep his food fresh by caring for them. They're precious beings. Okay, momentary satiation. If an ally with prepared meat status has 1 HP, consume it at the start of the scene and gain 10 fragile, feeble, and disarm for the duration of that scene. Ravenousness. If HP goes down to 25% or lower, kill all allies and gain 30 strength at the end of the scene if no other allies are present. HP does not drop below 1 until the queen dies. Got it. So kill the fairy queen. Give prepared meat status to an ally. This is just damage and bleed. Okay, let's go with this one. Nobody's attacking me, so that's fine. Actually, I can do this one. Yeah! Okay, let's put a... I guess a gamble here. Again, getting one attack here, which can't really do anything about, so... Ow. Nice. The what fairies in my... What? Oh, you mean when I was playing? I did not see the fairies in Lobotomy Corp, no. Let's go here. This one can go here. That's an attack. 6 to 10. Okay, that one's gonna be dead next turn. Maybe. Alright, one of these are gonna get eaten. One of these are getting eaten. Alright, let's take a look here. Do, 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 do. Hold on a second, just it's opening. Give it a minute. Okay, you know what? Forget that one. I'm gonna close that browser. I'm gonna open up my other browser. Okay, so go here. What does this look like? Of course they look like that in Lobotomy Corp. Which means that's, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, look at it. It's so chubby. It's gotten much thinner. Yeah, big difference. Yeah, same thing, though. It kills them. I do like how they managed to transfer the effects of the abnormalities over to this in some fashion, even if they're not, like, identical. Single ally. Taking a hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker. Single ally. First 2 combat pages gain match light. Upon taking a hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker and gain a buff. This seems good. Alright, well, there goes one of them. Okay, this one's going here. That one's staggered. That is a defensive attack. God, that heavy breathing. Yeah, it's probably a combination of both. I'm guessing, because a lot of the stuff in Lobotomy Corp looks much cutesier than it probably actually is, so it's probably the filter. Alright, which one of those is meat? Let's give this to you. There goes another one. Oh, there's match light. Oh no, outburst. This just lowered the cost? Yes. So let's go with... Let's go with this is going... This one will go here. This one will go here. I'm not sure why that one decreased, though. Okay, here we go. Alright, and now it's in frenzy state. But you know what? It's perfectly fine. Oh, cool. It decreased to 1. That's nice. Nice. That one was pretty easy, all things considered. Alright, what makes it broken? Okay, so it's the one after Lovetown? Great. I'll deal with Lovetown next, anyway. Let's see. The Fairy's Care. For 3 scenes, recover 15% of max HP at the end of the scene. Yeah, Lovetown. Let's see. The fairies protect our employees. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. For 3 scenes, recover 15% of max HP at the end of the scene. If the librarian takes 3 hits while this effect is active, lose 25% of the current HP, and lose this effect. I'm looking forward to it. Not really. Okay, so I guess that means as long as I don't get hit while I have the fairies active, it'll just heal up. But if I do take hits, then I just get fucked up. Oh, no, it's actually... It might still be a better deal depending on how much HP I currently have. See, gluttony. The fairies were no more than carnivorous monsters, and their protection was their method to keep the meat fresh. Single ally. When attacking a target who already took damage in the same scene, deal 1 to 3 additional damage and recover 2 to 5 HP on hit. That's real good. That would go great with the Backstreet Butchers if the Backstreet Butchers weren't so early. Predation. His stomach and face were ripped off, and his eyeballs and organs were damaged as if they were eaten by something. Meanwhile, the fairies had someone's blood and flesh smeared all over their mouths. Let's see. All allies except the selected librarian. Oh, there was a soft lock later on? Lovely. Let's see. All allies except the selected librarian lose 10 HP. The librarian recovers as much HP as the amount lost from this effect and gains 3 strength and 3 haste this scene. Interesting. I've seen that effect before in, like, Magic, but interesting. Okay. Alright, Malkuth, how are you doing? It's been a while. Good work, everyone.
오늘도 기운차구만, 말쿠트.
Cheerful as always, Malkuth. What are you
뭐
up
하고
to?
있는 거야?
Oh, hi, Roland. I was just having a training session with the assistant librarians.
분위기
Seems lively.
좋은걸?
Guess you're good friends with
사이가
each
좋나
other?
보네.
They were my employees back in Lobotomy Corps. Back then, I could only assist them
직원들과
from the
함께
back seat
있어주지
rather than on the
못하고
field.
뒤에서 보조만 했어. 이번에는
It's nice to be
함께할
able
수
to work
있어서 좋아.
alongside them this time around.
예전 로봇
Former
탐사의
co-workers from Lobotomy Corp,
직원들이라
huh? Must be refreshing.
감회가 새롭겠네.
맞아.
It sure is. I used to push them too
그리고
hard because of my faulty
예전에는
mindset.
내 잘못으로 인해 직원들을 심하게 몰아세웠어. 하지만
But it'll be different
이번에는
this
달라.
time. We'll start with the things we
할 수
can
있는
do, one at a
것부터
time.
차근차근히 하려고 해.
I want to check something real quick. Let's see. Malkuth Lobotomy Corp. Yeah, I thought so. I remember Malkuth having much shorter hair. Start to display your librarians as the enemy portraits? Ow! How did you even do that?
과거를 직면하여
Face the past and
미래를
rebuild the
만들어라.
future.
역사를
I
관통하는
like this
문장인
quote.
것 같아.
Feels like a good way
마음에
to summarize
들었어.
the essence of history. It's similar to something I would hear before too. 200 turns? Like, did you need 200 turns, or were you just doing it? That just sounds exhausting to do for 200 turns, I'm gonna be honest. Ah. Okay, so if I'm hopefully that's better now, or just you were doing it really badly, so it's not going to be like that when I get to whatever it is. Let's see. Summer's something you were here before too.
맞는 말이야.
You ain't wrong. But there
하지만
aren't too many
역사를
people
통해
who can
배울 수
actually
있는
learn from
사람은
history these
드물지.
days. Fair enough. The old standby of lure one enemy out of place at a time with a single arrow, and then kill it, and then wait for the enemies to de-aggro, and then lure another one out with a single arrow and kill it, and wait for the enemies to de-aggro process. I remember that one. Ain't too many people who can actually learn from history these days.
뻔한
The
말들은
lessons seem
알면서도
obvious, but putting them into
실천하기
action is the
힘든
hard
일이니까.
part.
옛날
I've
일들에
been thinking about the
대해
past a lot.
많이 생각해봤어. 나는
I was a person called
엘리야라는
Elijah.
사람이었어.
Do all of them have biblical names? I don't know if I have anyone else's name so far, but I do. So we have Elijah and Gabriel. I don't know. I don't think I know what anyone else's name is off the top of my head. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. I want to find out as I go, but okay, if they don't, then that's fine. Did I get Netsock's name last time? I want to say I did. Yeah, well.
너의 첫 번째
Is that your
삶?
first life?
응.
Yep. Born in the nest as an
평범하게
ordinary
도시의
citizen.
둥지에서 자라
Went to an ordinary school.
평범하게 공부를 하며 학교를 다녔지. 특별할
I
것도
wasn't anyone
없었어.
special. I wasn't richer than
돈이
most people.
특별하게 더
I didn't
많은
really have
것도
special talents in any
재능이
field.
특출난 것도 아니었으니까. 엘리야가
The
살던
people on the
둥지의
nest where Elijah
사람들은
lived, they all seemed to have lost
다들
focus in life,
어딘가
spacing out and
초점을
staring
잃고
into empty spaces.
허공만 바라보는 것 같았어. 도시에서
Everyone only saw black and white things.
하얗고 검은 것만 보고 있었지.
하지만
Isn't the
둥지는
nest full of shiny and
번쩍이고
bright rays of
화려한
colors?
빛깔들로
It was almost
가득하지
an
않나?
eyesore sometimes.
가끔 눈이 아플 정도로 현란하던데.
그건
That's true, but
그렇지만
those other colors weren't necessary
사람이
for reading.
글자를 읽는데 다른 희고 검은
There's
것을
already
다
too many black
담기도
and white things for the
벅찬데
eyes to take. It's no use seeing other
쓸데없는
useless colors.
색까지 눈에 담을 여유가 없다고.
I guess Elijah could see those
그렇다는
colors
건
then?
엘리야는 색을 볼 수 있었나 보지?
Well, I mean, technically. Technically speaking. I mean, it isn't. But technically. Not exactly, but
볼
she
수
tried hard to see them.
있다기보다는
The colors were still there, just
보려고
not for
했던
our
거지.
eyes.
색이 처음부터 아예 없는 건 아니었으니까. 엘리아는
Elijah wanted to let
사람들에게
others know.
알려주고 싶었어.
Actually, how are they pronouncing that?
엘리아는
Elia.
사람들에게 알려주고 싶었어. 엘리아는 사람들에게
엘리야.
알려주고 싶었어.
I don't... Isn't J used as a Y like a Spanish thing? Ah. Right, yeah, that one makes sense. Let me see. J used as Y sound. When used in the International Phonetic Alphabet for the Y sound, it may be called Yod or Yod. Okay, so it's just international. Actually, no, I guess like German, you have Johansen and stuff too. So I guess it is European, just in general. That's where you have a Y. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those pronunciations are actually from the original like Hebrew pronunciations. Though, like let me look up. Chesed, how do you pronounce that?
Chesed.
That's American pronunciation. How do you pronounce the Hebrew word chesed?
Explaining the meaning of our ancient Hebrew word for today feels a little bit to me like I guess you had to be
This is
there.
a 37-minute video. I don't need to have that. I don't need that, thank you.
Chesed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually something I was thinking about with this game. Like, so this game has a lot of stuff that's drawn from, like, Roland. I can imagine that. Just somebody rips out the audio. But, like, this is something I was thinking about earlier. Like, so, a lot of Asian media loves to pull from, like, religious iconography and stuff from Western cultures or, you know, other cultures that are outside of Asia. You know, that's fine, whatever. But there's a big difference between, like, what this game is doing and, like, Japanese media. So, in this one, you have Jewish Kabbalah, you have, like, a whole bunch of random, like... Malkuth breathing? Again, I could probably imagine that. But, like, okay, so, like, in this game, you have Jewish Kabbalah stuff, you have the Sephiroth, you have the different parts of the Sephiroth, you have, like, based in, and, like, you can go into Wikipedia and just, like, do a quick search and say, like, okay, this is what this one is for, this one's this one, this one's this one. Like, I don't remember offhand, but I do remember that, like, Malkuth is something to do with, like, the control, God's control or something, and then Keter is God's consciousness, which is why the player character controls Keter. And Yesod is, like, knowledge, and there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. And, you know, they take it in their own direction, but they do sort of link everything up to the original source material in sort of a vaguely one-to-one fashion. And then you get, like... You go to Japan, and you get Evangelion, where you have Adam's original wife, Lilith, and you have the Lance of Longinus, and you have various other pieces of religious iconography just showing up. And the main reason is because the guy in charge said, I like the sound of it. That's literally it. It's called Neon Genesis Evangelion because the neon part was like, because it sounds futuristic and cool, and then the Evangelion is because it has vague religious connotations, but also it sounds cool. Because it's Japanese and nobody speaks English who's watching that show anyway. And then you also have your 9,000 interpretations of Norse mythology with varying levels of faithfulness to the original source material. If you want to see something funny, count how many times in anything Japanese fantasy related just the word Yggdrasil shows up. Like every other game, every other show or manga or story, whatever, it's just like, there's a world tree, it's a Yggdrasil, they just call it that, it's just there. Yeah, it's always a world tree. It's always a Yggdrasil. Science fiction? Is there? Is it an abnormality though, or is it like just there? But okay, yeah. So it's an abnormal. That makes more sense then, because they can just like take whatever myth they want, and just throw it in there as an abnormality. But then you also have like you have science fiction. You have the good old Schrodinger's cat thrown into places where it doesn't make sense. Quantum mechanics used to explain pseudoscience to any degree imaginable. Because quantum mechanics, who knows how they works, lol. Sounds like a pain. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I want to play Lobotomy Court. It just... Oh, really? I didn't realize that Lobotomy Corp was a Kickstarter game. I guess it makes sense. It's kind of a weird out there game. They could have sold it by going like, hey, check out this game. We're gonna make SCP, but you play as the manager. But yeah, anyway, oh, they had an Alrune? Alraun? I don't know how you pronounce that, actually. It's the flower monster. It's a flower woman, right? Okay, so it wasn't like regular Kickstarter. Got it. It's probably a... They probably have a bunch of those in other countries. I don't really... I'm not gonna... I should really stop keeping track of Kickstarter as much as I do. I just kickstart a bunch of stuff and then forget about it, and then it arrives in the mail like 2 years later and go, oh, sick! Like, I just got a board game, which I kickstarted like 2 years ago, and it's like, oh, right, I paid money for this. I don't know where I'm putting it now. But yeah, long and short of it is... Long and short of it, though, is this game is doing much more due diligence to the original source material than anything Japan tends to do. I mean, hell, remember Final Fantasy VII? The main antagonist name is Sephiroth, and then you have Tifa and Aerith, which are Tifereth. And it's just, why are they there? Who knows? Probably Nomura said, hey, well, you know what'd be cool? This Jewish Kabbalah thing. Just put it in there. Just put it in there. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever, it's in. And then everyone loves Sephiroth, and now he's in Smash, and he stabbed Mario that one time and killed Mario, and then Mario died 2 weeks ago. Rip Mario. Anyway, what was I doing? Look, all I'm saying is, Mario has... Okay, look, Mario has a lot of games. Sephiroth has... 4? Technically 5? Let me think here. You got Final Fantasy VII, you have Crisis Core. I don't actually know if he was in Dirge of Cerberus. I don't he was in. So let's see, Final Fantasy VII. Let's not count Dirge of Cerberus. Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, after Crisis. Or wait, no, it was before Crisis. After Crisis is a different thing. Then you have, let's say, Advent Children, Remake, World of Final Fantasy. That's 6. I feel like I'm missing a big one, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. There you go. 7 games. Mario's had a bit more than that, but Sephiroth has been in at least 7 games. Also Smash. And what was I fucking doing? Oh, as you're wanting to let others know. I'm just...
엘리아는 사람들에게 알려주고 싶었어.
There we go.
색이란 게
About how diverse and brilliant
얼마나
colors are.
다채롭고 눈이 부신지. 서로 다른
About
색이
how colors are
만나면
ever changing in
새로운 색이
freeform.
탄생하는
Like how the
것처럼
mix of 2 colors can bring out a brand
끝없이
new color.
자유롭게 변화할 수 있는 게 바로 색이라고.
That's what Leah thought, at
엘리아는
least.
그런 생각을
think.
했던 것 같아.
꼭 남의 이야기를 하는
Sound like you're
것처럼
talking about
말하네.
someone else, third person.
솔직히
To be honest, I don't really feel
엘리아와
like
내가
Elijah and one are the
동일한
same.
존재라고
are one and the
느껴지진
same.
않아. 많은
Maybe too much
시간이
time has passed since then.
흘러서일까? 다른 사서들도
The other
모두
librarians
그럴
probably
거야.
feel the same.
오히려 내
My current life
삶은
feels more like an extension of
로보토미에서
that life as
부여받은 두
Malcolm
번째
from
삶이
Lobotomy Corp, rather.
말쿠트에서 이어져 온 것만 같아. 그래서
My time as
첫 번째
Aaliyah
삶인
feels kind of
엘리아는
distant and unfamiliar,
어딘가 좀
even though it was my first
낯설어.
life.
그랬던 사람이
It's like the memories of
내
someone
안에
from a distant
있다는
past
느낌?
are now part of me, if you know what I mean. It's nostalgic in a
그리우면서도
way,
서글프고
and a bit sad and
그러네.
stuff.
난 잘
Don't
모르겠지만
know a whole lot about that reincarnation
어쨌든 좋은
jazz,
건가?
but I guess that's a good thing. Yeah,
그렇게
Doesn't
나쁜
feel so
기분은
bad.
아니야.
feels
이제서야
good to finally have the
나를
time to
돌아볼
reflect
수
on
있는
myself.
여유가 생긴 것 같아. 내가 살아온 날들
Looking back
말이야.
at the lives I lived and the history I made,
우리는
I think we didn't spend enough time looking
되돌아보는
back.
시간이
We
너무
were all too busy
부족했어.
heading forward.
너무 그리고
And the same goes for
어쩌면
Angela.
엔젤라도
Maybe.
다들 되돌아볼
No
여유가
one has the
없지.
time to look back. Even now,
난
I'm running
지금도 앞만
straight
보고
ahead.
달리고 있거든.
Running straight ahead on a straight line away from my problems. Ooh.
그래도 말이야.
But still,
지금 당장이
looking back at the
막막하거나
past can
미래가
supposedly give the
걱정스러울 때
solution for troubles of the present or
과거를
worries of the
돌아보면
future.
해결책을 찾을 수 있다더라고.
그런 것 같아.
I think that's correct.
지금
Although I'm not
당장의
sure I can find the
문제들을
solution
해결할
for the
만한
problems
건
we're facing
잘
right now.
모르겠지만 엔젤라가
I
했던
think I'm
말에
getting close
대한
to finding the
대답은
answer for what Angela said to me
어느 정도
before
찾은 것 같거든.
네가
about who you
누구였고
were and how you wanted to
어떻게
live.
살고 싶었는지에 대해
맞아.
I didn't
그때
really have what I could
당시에는
call a dream at
꿈이라고
that
할 게
time.
없었지만 지금은
But things
달라.
are different now.
내가
If I were
만약
to dream of
이
what I do after
이후에
this,
무슨 일을 할지 꿈꿀 수 있다면 난
I think I would have wanted to be
건축가를
an
하고 싶지
architect, maybe.
않았을까 싶어. 건물을
You know, the
설계하고
person who designs
완성까지
buildings and oversees the
모든 것을
process of construction until it's
총책임지고
finished.
지휘하는 사람 말이야.
건물은 그냥 뚝딱뚝딱
I guess
지어내는 게
great
아닌가
empires
보네.
weren't built in a day.
그렇지.
Of course it wasn't. You have to
기능적으로
start with
만들어낼
designing
수
the most
있는
beautiful exterior
최대치에서
that can be created within the
가장
functional
아름다운
limitations.
외관을 생각하는 것부터 시작해야 하니까.
복잡한
Sounds
거였구만.
complicated. Yeah, I would be a terrible architect. Like, when I do Minecraft, all my houses are just big old blocks. Very functional, but terrible. And also not very well designed because I always like build them slightly too small and put my chests in one spot and then I have to eventually move them and like break open a wall in order to get the more space. And it's just always an ever expanding process. Speaking of which, I'm excited for that Minecraft update to finally drop. But that's neither here nor there. It's in the future.
그거 알아,
Did you know?
놀람?
Hold on, let's
그거 알아, 놀람?
roll it. Did you know, Roland?
사람이
There's this
건물을
phrase, we shape our
만들지만
buildings. Thereafter they shape
나중에는
us.
건물이 사람을 만든다는 말. 새로
It may
태어날
be too late to
사람들이
change the people
이
who have lived
도시의
so far.
건축물을
But
보고
what
자라면
influence will the structure of the
어떤
city have on
영향이
future
갈까?
residents as they grow up?
만약
If I were to make a building with
내가
colors that'll be
모든 사람의
remembered by
기억에 남을
everyone,
색이 담긴 건물을 만든다면
those are the
그런
thoughts I
생각이
had.
드네.
말쿠투
I'm
너라면
sure you'll do a great
잘
job
해낼
if
수
you get
있을
the
것
chance.
같은데?
Sounds like the
어울리기도
job would
하고.
fit you well too.
고마워.
Thanks.
롤랑 너도
Maybe you should reflect on your
나처럼
past like I
과거에
did,
대해서
Roland.
다시 한번
It'll be a helpful
돌아보면 좋을
exercise.
것 같아.
I was always fixed on the
난 늘
past.
뒤를 돌아보고 있지. 어쨌든
Anyway,
건축가의
hope you can
꿈을 이룰
realize
수
the dream
있다면
of becoming an
좋겠네.
architect. Yeah!
자연과학 층인가?
Hey, new
다섯
place!
번째 층이 열렸구만.
Floor of Natural Sciences, huh? That's the 5th floor we're opening.
지정 사선은
The patron librarian is
티페리트.
Tiff. What's up with all these
이름들이
weird
다 왜
names?
이래? 이보시오.
Hello,
티페리트.
Tiffany. Are you
여기
there?
있습니까?
시끄러워.
Okay, I like her. Shut it.
바로 앞에
Standing
있는데
right in
어디
front of
보고
you.
소리치는
Where do you think
거야?
you're looking?
뭐야?
What, you're totally a
완전
kid?
꼬맹인데?
Oh, she's actually a kid? Okay. Oh, is her twin? I was actually looking at the Sephiroth earlier because I was like trying to remember what they were called. So I'm guessing her twin is Dot. Because out of the 10 of them, that's the only one whose name I did not remember seeing. Oh, really? Okay. Particular dot represents Keter in its knowledge form. Concept of knowledge. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's the only one with an apostrophe in it. I thought that was just an elven name. Interesting, actually. I wonder why that one specifically is excluded. Maybe they thought it was too much overlap with Keter. Oh well. Well, you're totally a kid?
이래봬도
I'm actually a
예전보다
lot taller
꽤
than I used to be, you
자랐거든.
know?
아,
Compared to your past self in
로보토미 시절보다?
Corps?
아니,
No, I mean
처음
compared to my
죽을 때
first
말이야.
life. I was an actual kid back
그때는
then.
정말 꼬맹이였는데
It looks like I woke up with an older body
여기서는
this
나이를 좀
time.
먹은 몸으로 깼나 봐.
How would that work? Isn't the game basically completed now? I mean, Lobotomy Corps, obviously not, but like, I thought this one was done at this point. Are they still doing like major updates?
도서관의 힘인지 엔젤라의
okay.
배려인지는 몰라도
I'm not sure if it
사서일을
was the
하기에는
library's powers or
적합하겠지.
Angela's thoughtfulness, but this body should be better suited for librarian work, so I'm cool with it either way.
게다가
Although
살아온
if it actually
시간으로
took all the
치면
years I lived
이
into account,
모습보다
I'd
몇
have to
년은
look
더
a bit older.
먹어야겠지만
그건 그렇고.
Putting that aside, isn't it a little rude to punch someone you just
너무한데.
met in the face?
예전에 안 좋은
It's giving me
기억이
flashbacks.
떠오르는구만.
네가 어리버리하니까
Because you're being such a
그렇지.
clumsy dork.
이름은?
What's your name anyways?
롤랑
Roland.
밑바닥 해결사 일을 하다가
Previously a fixer
엔젤라를
scraping at the bottom of the
도와주고 있어.
barrel. Current status? Helping Angela.
보아하니 상층
Suppose
애들은
you've
다
already met the ones in the upper
만났겠네.
layer.
상층?
Upper layer? Thought it was going up,
상층부는
not down.
이곳 아닌가?
Right, it would be the lower
이번에는
floors this time around.
하층이겠구나.
Still, you get what I
무슨
mean, so
뜻인지
just roll with it.
알잖아. 대충 알아먹어.
아이고
Sheesh, aren't you
까칠해라.
the sassy one?
난
I'm
티페리트야.
Tifereth, in charge of the floor of
자연과학층을
natural
담당하고
sciences.
과학이면 머리 좀
I thought
굴려야
doing
할
science
텐데.
required actual thinking, though?
요요 버르장머리하고
Oh, no, you don't, you silly little thing.
두번 당하진 않지.
You're
거침없기는
pretty brisk
해도
with throwing punches,
내가
but it's not
알던
quite as quick as
사람보다는
someone I used to know,
느리다고.
eh? Yeah.
무시하지
Stop looking down on me,
말아줄래?
will you? Heard a lot of
나도
stuff about
일이
science in my
일이라
past workplace, you
과학에
know?
대해서 예전에 주워들은 건 꽤 있거든. 아마 살아온
Probably a lot
날수로
older than
치면
you in actual
너보다
age,
나이도
too.
많을 거야.
나이가
What's the
많으면
point of being older if
뭐합니까?
that doesn't reflect on your
말과
words and
행동이
actions, little miss?
성숙해야지, 응?
엔젤라
How's Angela
상태는
doing
어때?
anyway?
늘
Furious
궁금증이
as always.
많지.
She almost feels like a
어떨 땐
child
정말 아이
sometimes.
같다니까?
그럴 수
That's
있지.
understandable, I suppose.
엔젤라가
Angela
살아온
lived her
건
whole life in a basement,
땅일
after all.
맞아.
Yeah, said she
밖을
never even
보지
got to
못하고
see
살아왔다
outside.
했어. 넌 다른
I'm guessing you aren't
사서처럼
holding some
엔젤라에게
deep-rooted grudge
딱히
against her like the other
악감정이 있거나
librarians
하진
are.
않나 보네.
대충
I
사정은
roughly know what she
아니까
went through. I thought she was just
누구보다
cruel,
잔인하다고
but
생각했지만 내가 잠들어 있을
I could
때
see some events of the
몇몇
past
과거
while I
일들을
was asleep.
봤어. 그리고
could also see things
네가 날
happening in the
깨우기
present, all the way down to
전까지의
the moment you woke me up.
그래서 엔젤라를 이해
So I can
못하는 건
understand
아니야.
Angela somewhat.
앞으로
I'm
깨어날
pretty sure the
사수들도
librarians who are still
대략
asleep all have a
상황은
grasp on
이해하고
what's
있을
going
거야.
on as well.
상층 아니
Though the units on the upper layer,
하층
I
애들은
mean the lower
여전히
floors, still seem
갈팡질팡하는 것
kind of
같지만
confused.
그래서
So you agree with Angela's choice?
엔젤라의 선택에 대해 찬성한다?
마지막에
Depends on
어떤
the one final
선택을
choice
하냐에
she'll make
따라
at the end of this.
찬성할지 말지 갈리겠지. 적어도
I'm willing to
당분간은
help her out for
도와주려고
now,
해.
at least. Our primary
이러니
goal is
저러니
the
해도
same, all things
다들
considered.
목적은 같거든.
도서관을
To
완성하는
complete the
거?
library?
그래.
Yep. The light is
빛은
only
7일간
truly
비춰야
meaningful if
의미가
it shines for
있으니까.
7 days straight. Oh god, it's a Hanukkah thing. It took me a minute. It took me a minute to get that one. Took me a minute to realize what they meant by that. I forgot that they were... Okay. Alright, continuing on. No. Well... Okay, Hanukkah... So I actually was misremembering. It's 8 candles plus the one that lights it. Yeah, 8 nights. 7? No, God, no. I'm even dumber. It's not 7. It's not 7. It's not Hanukkah. It's probably, Genesis. Although that would make more sense, first off, than Hanukkah, because 7 days to create the world. God created the world in 6 days, rest on the 7th, although I don't know why you need 7 days of light in that case. I just made the connection of light to Hanukkah because Festival of Lights. 12? I don't think is anything. Kwanzaa. How many candles? I think Kwanzaa has like 6. Yeah, Kwanzaa has 6 and then the middle one. And 12 days of Christmas is what you were thinking of, probably. I actually don't know what the 12 days of Christmas refers to. Is it just the song? The 12 days of Christmas, the 12 days that make up the Christmas season, starting with Christmas Day. Oh, okay, I actually didn't know that. I thought 12 days of Christmas counted up to Christmas, but it actually starts from Christmas until January 6th. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, it's probably a Book of Genesis thing where like they're gonna recreate the world by using 7 days of light to create the world, and then who knows from there. Garden of Eden, yay, everyone's happy again. That reminds me, I can't remember what it was. I think it was an SCP. It must have been SCP-001 proposal. Yeah, creator cleanse. It was an SCP-001 proposal, which I think was there's a bunch of them because they can't decide because there's a bunch of cool ones, but you have to like give a very special one to number 1. But like one of them was it's just a big old catalog of every SCP, and they're not sure if it's cataloging them or if it's making them when you change the page. And then there was another one which was interesting, which was Yeah, there's also the one which is, it's just literally the angel guarding the Garden of Eden. Like, that's it. Just gave the SCP founder a single word to prepare, and then that was him. That's what sent him off to go start off the SCP Foundation. I should go read through the SCPs again. Those are pretty cool. The spooky one is the sun one, where the sun is evil and trying to kill you. Alright, so, light is only truly meaningful if it shines for 7 days straight.
야,
Boy, is it refreshing to be an
사설을
amicable
만나서
librarian for
좋네.
once. Oh, was when day breaks a, one of the 001 proposals? I thought it was a different one. Yeah, that one's super creepy. Yeah, that is a good, well-written SCP. Let's see, boy, is it refreshing to be an amicable librarian for once.
자,
Alright,
그럼 다음에
I'll
올
make sure to bring
때는
some picture books next time as a
동화책이라도
bonus.
담으러 들고 올게.
Just has to twist the knife one last time before he leaves. Yeah, Floor of Natural Sciences open with 2 assistant librarians right off the bat. I'll have to deal with you guys later. Good to know. And hey, look at that. I'm at level 20 on my grade. Alright, well. First off, I don't have to worry about that right now because first I need to worry about Lovetown. Thankfully I have plenty of these. Okay, also, I don't, but I am going to. I can do the others, but I am going to do Lovetown. I'll give it at least one shot to see how well I do. Okay, and while I'm here, let me see something. Here, Sephiroth. Yeah, Dot is about Tiferet. So this is where Dot would be. Right here. In this empty spot, which is mysteriously empty. Okay, I have a little bit of Pierce, but not a whole lot. That should theoretically keep me... Like, the only one who's weak to the other two. Weak to the other two. This one's weak to Pierce. And Smash. So actually, I'm good. I'm good here. Yeah, it's supposed to look like the Sephiroth. That's why Keter's up here. Like, you can actually... Let me just get a picture of it up. Here, look. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is the Sephiroth. Yeah, see right there? That's the Sephiroth. I have no idea what that even is. That says it's from... That's from Final Fantasy XIV, apparently. Anyway, this is the Sephiroth right here. No, I didn't want to do that one. Open image in new tab. Thank you. Anyway, there you go. There's your Sephiroth. You got, They got Keter up here, which relates to that. You got Bina Hakma, Hesed, Gevra, and Dot. They're all missing. Then you have Tiferet, Pod here, Netzach, Yesod, and Malkut. So it's literally just the same thing. You just imagine if the entire tree turns into that monstrosity at the very end. It makes some Final Fantasy nerds very happy. But also, like, I don't think that has anything to do with the original. Okay. Oh yeah, also, that reminds me. Clyfoth is actually a thing in the Kabbalah too, apparently. I read it was... like... the remains of God after pulling away, like, God's essence. So they're like shells of God, sort of. Which may be sort of related to the Clyfoth counter in Lobotomy Corp, but also makes more sense than Clyfoth in, like, every Japanese thing. Okay. Ah, that would actually make sense, yeah. Alright. I get 4 librarians in this one. Cool. Tempting. Although I need to rejigger their... I need to rejigger some of these, setups in that case. Like, you don't have anything right now. Well, it'll be all 9, wouldn't it? Because there's 9 other ones. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot here. I'm gonna try out with these folks. I only have 3, unfortunately. A lot of incoming, huh? Add 10 to the power if the attack is one-sided? Ooh. Okay, this is a... what is that? That's a... can't tell if that's a 5 or a 3. Okay, it's 5. It's 3. It's 3. So this can counter that one. This is attacking here. That's the only one I really need to block. Just... if it's one-sided. Nice. Yeah, well. I'll take whatever you're finding on Google over that, because I have a very surface-level knowledge of the Jewish Kabbalah. Oh god, they're all just ganging up. Okay, attack power is one-sided. Clash, lose. So these 3 are one-sided attacks. Thank god they're slow. This one is going to the that one. And this one's going here, and I don't have another 2. All I needed to be was not one-sided. That's all I needed. I have no idea what you just said. Okay, good. Thank God. Try brawling. Hey, that's a nice one. Shit. Okay. Ah, sick. This can block this one. Oh, damn it. Okay, well that one's dead at least, so that's something. No book. No books from that at all. Seriously? Oh, this sucks. Alright, let's kill you real quick. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, Olga, Mika, Rain. I was gonna go save your page real quick. Let's call it Mika page. Let's just give this to you. There we go. Yeah, I bet. Alright, let's try it out. As long as I don't do too badly on this run. So jazzy. Ow. Oh yeah, I gotta do that at some point. That'll be done next time, not easily enough. You're attacking there, okay. Nice. All right, time to go. 3 to 8. Only got daring decisions. Yeah! Alright, here we go. Now for the fucked house. Yeah, right. Okay, so weak to ineffective against stab, ineffective against smash, ineffective against slash, and no stun. No stagger on that one. Okay. At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck, add new pages to hand, their cost becomes 0. What the fuck? Upon winning an act, revive the dead townspeople with 50% HP. If HP goes down to... How do I see this? I can't read this. How do I read this? I'm gonna look it up. Dernier Amor. Dernier Amor. Tom Mary. Not Top Mary. Tom Mary. Okay, how about Ruina? Oh, I'm not supposed to know what that says? Oh, okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fucking... This is gonna be something, isn't it? Here we go. Oh, I forgot to check the cards. Okay.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistently indifferent. It's hard to put that in an amicable sentence. I'm sorry, actually, not really. There's just so much work, too much work to be done. Committing to commitments, hiding my indulgence, the freedom we sacrifice for love. You also made me on the first time that you gave
I wasn't expecting...
patience and sustainability.
First, I was not expecting a boss theme. Second, I was not expecting this to be the boss theme.
I mean, you're in love with me. It's just so much fun.
Mommy told us not to overdo ourselves. Love is a good thing. This looks larger than our town, and I'm seeing lots of tiny people like Mommy. I love and beat everything.
We may stay forever. I enjoyed it all. Still, I have my doubts. You're a nice girl. I'm just not ready now. But then Mommy said it ain't family biz. Get over it. Healthen up, just like the net we expected. So when are you gonna take the chance? Let us be more
I'm just going to point out that if I have to do this fight again, which I probably will, I probably should go with Yasad for this, because these people are slow. And the killer Roombas would murder these people.
We sacrifice for love. You also made me from the first time you gave me loyalty, unsustainably listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you? I mean, you're in love with me. It's just so much fun, too much fun. Oh, come on. How could you say no to the fast and furious one? But I mean, the excitement we made for love. I enjoyed it all. Still, I have my doubts. You're a nice girl. I'm just not ready now. But then mommy said it ain't fun with this. Get over it. Mistakes are never mistakes. So when are you gonna take the chance? Let us go. We stay together. I wish it was your fault. Now I regret. Wish we were dead before we started feeding on each other. Blood is thicker, but the drink I prefer is water. Now that it's over, wish we never listened to them. It's our power since reach that it didn't happen. For better, forget. I love you, I love you, I love you. Yes, I have been so yes, I have said this consistent. That in an unlikable sentence. Not really. Committing to commitments, hiding my indulgence, the freedom we sacrifice for love.
Would a square look nice? On use, gain 5 strength next scene. Charge up for a strong attack next scene. Take extra stagger damage while preparing.
You gave me loyalty, no patience, and unsustainably listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you?
Okay, so I gotta stagger you this turn, huh?
It's just
Oh, they're all staggered.
too much fun. Oh, come on. How could you say no to the fast and furious one? But I mean, the excitement.
Oh my god, I got 3 speed dice.
I enjoyed it all. Still, I have my doubts. You're a nice girl. I'm just not ready now.
Here we go.
Mommy said it ain't fun with this.
Ow, that's unfortunate. Nice!
We stay together inside the train. Our love opened the door to a future I never known. Safe inside in your future. I know that I agree to this myself.
Okay, they're going for me. But I've got to do this.
It was perfect. Now
Book of Tamari obtained! Alright, music has been changed. These two are both attacking Malkuth. That works for me. And luckily, Malkuth is very, very resilient. You're gonna heal. Fucking jazzy. Ow, that's unfortunate. Well, that's very unfortunate. You want to attack it? That there. That there. Malkuth's no longer being attacked, which means I can go all out. I might do it, so I'll attack here instead. Let's go there. There we go, that's what I wanted. Yeah! Oh god, both of these are those? Destroy the 1,000-year-old children. Christ. Yeah, I got a Oink Oink Piggy. I I got 2 books of Tom Murray.
특이점 고장인지
I'm not sure if
뭔지는
that was a
몰라도
malfunction with the
나
singularity
같은
or
일을 겪은
anything.
사람이 한둘이 아닐 수
But
있다는
now I
걸
see that I
알았어.
may not be the only one to suffer from the copiousness of time.
뭐
Well, anything can
무슨
happen.
일이든 일어날 수 있으니까 그게 위로가
Does
좀
that
된
console
거야?
you somehow?
전혀.
Not at all. I'm
난
different.
다를 거야.
I won't go through the same ordeal ever
난
again.
두 번 다시 똑같은 일을 당하지 않을 거야. 난 저
I
사람들과 달리
retained myself
나를
unlike those
지켜냈어.
people.
난 시간에
I
잡아먹히지
persevered. I didn't
않고
let time consume my
버텨냈어.
sanity.
난 무너지지
I didn't
않았어.
break down. I... Alright, let's just calm down and take a
잠시
deep breath.
진정하고 숨 좀 돌리자. 힘든
When
시간이
the memories of hard
문득
times burst
마음속에서
forth, you gotta
터져나오면
embrace them to the core.
깊게
Is that it? Okay. It's the only book you can get. Alright, so I'm not gonna burn it yet, because I feel like I'm gonna need these, but what do I get out of this? How do I see what I can get? Faint Memories, Wrath of Torment. Well, 1 is all I need if I don't lose the next fight I need it in. Oh well, let's check it out. I just wish there was a way to look at these right here. Here we go. Ah, cool. Faint Memories. On use, if HP is at 25% or lower, all dice on this page gain +2 power. On use, deal 7 damage to self. All dice on this page gain +2 power. Wow, okay. I feel like that would be good for, like, butchers or something. Something that gives me heals. Nice job, Pussy. You're gonna get a different key page now. I've got a Mika. There we go. Okay, I'm at level 20, so I have to clear all the rest of these first, huh? I have enough time to do at least another fight. Let's see, how many of these do I have? I have 3, and I have 1 lobotomy. I might as well try this one out. Oops, not that one. Let's try this one out. See if I can beat the animals this time around.
아니죠.
Oh, no, this is a different one.
이건 아니에요.
Wait, which one was the animals? Yeah, I guess I try that one too. The animals were after the bullet group, right? Wait, did I kill the animals? Okay, okay. So, yeah, I just picked the wrong one. That's fine. That's fine. Oh no, this won't do.
더 이상
Ma'am, we
드릴
don't have
돈이
any cash left to
없습니다.
offer you.
돈이
If you're out of
없다면
money, then you
우리의
shouldn't have asked for
보호를
more
더 이상
protection from us,
받아서는 안
no?
됐던 것이죠.
Yeah, I remember. I should be able to do it now then, right?
밖은 전부
The
연기
outside is
속에
covered in
파묻혀
fog.
있습니다.
We don't know what's out there.
나가면
We'll
무슨
get
일이
killed.
벌어질지도 모르잖아요. 죽을 겁니다.
그렇다고
We're
집에만
not safe
있으면
here either.
언제
Thugs could
괴한이
break in at
들어올지도
any moment.
몰라요.
이분들도
Oh, give me a
참
break.
둥지
Nest life
출신이라
must be too
그런지
engraved in your
이야기가
heads to
잘 안
get you where you
통하네요.
stand right now. I
그래도
thought maybe we
이
could expect
근방에서
better
제일
from the
거리가
household with the
괜찮은
highest
분으로
income
보였는데
around here.
말이에요.
사요.
So, shall we cut one
하나
off?
자를까?
부탁해요.
Please do. These people will have to
이분들도
become accustomed
곧
to the rules of the
뒷골목의
back streets soon
규칙을
enough.
배워야 할 테니까요.
어이,
consider this a
이번
free
수업료는
lesson for
무료로
you.
쳐주지.
Arm? What's getting cut off? We're talking arm, hand, fingers?
한 명씩 파란 쪽 받아두면 되겠네.
We could take one arm from each. Please have mercy on
한 번만
us.
봐주십시오.
You can't be such heartless people.
피도 눈물도 없습니까?
너희는
And you did
우리가
spare any mercy for
뒷골목에서
us? And did
더럽게
you
피와
spare any mercy
흙탕물에
for us
몸을
while we were
굴릴
struggled
때
in the back streets covered in filth and
둥지
blood?
안에서 느긋하게 배를
No,
굴리며
you simply
구경만
spectated our
했잖아요.
suffering from the comfort of the nest, did you not?
생각해보니
It's rather
괘씸하네요.
infuriating now that I think about it.
양,
Yang, let's take an eye
이분들-
from them as well.
눈도 하나 받아갈게요.
알겠습니다.
Yes, damn it.
팔 하나씩 일단
Got your
받아보.
arms first.
당신들이
We didn't
다짜고짜
ask for
집에
this.
쳐들어와서
You people came into our house all of a sudden and threatened us to pay protection money.
그래서
So
우리가
have we kept
보호를
you
안
safe or
해줬어?
not? I'm pretty
이곳에
sure
오는 놈들은 우리
we took care
쪽에서
of all the
싹
bad
다
guys trying to get
정리해줬는데
here.
말이야. 눈도
And got your
한쪽씩
eyes as
받아두었습니다.
What do we do? How are we gonna live now?
어떻게 살아?
하루아침에
The
둥지가
nest fell
무너져서
so suddenly. Oh, this is a lobotomy corp nest.
완전해
What a bunch of
새끼들이군.
cryberries.
이 정도만
quite generous
받아가는
as
것도
Backstreet's businesses
뒷골목에서는 양호한 거다.
자,
Now, we'll be going then.
저희는 가볼게요.
Please don't forget today's
부디
lesson.
오늘의 교훈을 잊지 마세요. 무언가를
If you
받으면
see something, you should
상응하는
return that favor
무언가를 줘야
accordingly.
하는 거예요.
Imagine if it was the ring protecting this area,
게다가
not us.
이것을 맡은 게 우리 흑은혜가 아니라 약지였다면
The thought
상상만
alone
해도
is
끔찍하네요.
terrifying.
아,
Oh, and please leave
그리고
this house by tomorrow.
방은 내일까지 빼주세요. 긴,
Again,
이분들
confiscate the apartment deed from these
집문서도
people, will
받아와
you?
주세요.
다음에 오는
You'll be visited by
친구들은 더
much less
가차
pleasant
없으니
fellows next time,
빨리
so you
나가는 게
better move
좋을
out as soon as
겁니다.
possible.
구비도 걷었고
Now then,
원단도
we've collected
챙겼으니
protection money, I got our
이제
fabric.
상납하러
Should we go back
가볼까요?
and pay our due credit?
참,
By the way, Jin, how's the
엘사
current
둥지
situation
상황은
with
어떻죠?
Elcor's nest?
치열해.
It's fierce. This is the first
엄지와
time in a
검지가
long
한
time
곳에서
while the
항쟁하는
thumb and the
것은
index got in a
오랜만이니까.
turf war over an area.
다들 어지간히도 이
Everyone must
땅을
be
얻고
thinking
싶나
this is the
보다.
promise to state or something.
우리도
Same can't
마찬가지잖아요.
be said for us, no?
녹슨
On another
사슬들도
note, the
문제였지만
rusted chains already proved to be an
요즘에는
issue.
검게
But we've been
녀석들과
colliding with
자주
blade
피해봅니다.
lineage more often these days. Yeah, it makes sense. They're Backstreet organization, so like it makes sense that they're gonna like not necessarily tell you too much unless you directly interact with them, because they're not really relevant. Okay. So I'm not sure the scale of like how far these things go out. I imagine that's just like various sort of crime organizations, and you get like the thugs for protection money. You probably get some drug trafficking in there, smuggling, weapons. Yeah. So I don't really know much about how they work in general.
더 과열되기 전에 상납
Perhaps we should
처리한
have a friendly
후에는
conversation with them
검기
before the tension
쪽과 이야기
overheats.
한번 나눠야겠네요.
Yeah, they mentioned that in the in one of the conversations. The 5 syndicates are the big ones that control everything, and everything's sort of an offshoot of those.
누님, 도망치십시오.
Now, this guy looks cool.
뭐냐?
What are
넌
you?
안녕들
What's up,
한가?
fellas?
소득은
Got some
좀
gains
있고
with your business?
머리가
She has the head of a
개네요.
dog? A dog in a
시커먼
black
개
coat?
대가리?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
요즘 젊은
Are
애들
those kinds of
사이에서
surgeries hip with the
저런
kids
게
these days?
유행인가요?
부조장.
Captain,
아마도
It appears to be the
최근에
one recently
늑대의
dubbed as
시간이라 불리는
L'heure
녀석
de loup.
같습니다만
어머,
oh, so she's
개가
a wolf,
아니라
not a dog?
늑대였나요?
Still appears to be a little
아무리 봐도
bitch to me.
개새끼처럼 보이는데요?
웃기지?
Funny, ain't it?
지금
Last while
실컷
you can.
웃어도
Oh, got a little pipe going too.
여기 있는 후군애가
You have about
대충
100
100마리쯤
Kuma punks
되려나?
here.
다 조져버릴 수
Speak as if you
있다는
could
듯이
take us all
말하는군.
on.
어,
That's the plan, yeah.
그러려고.
저
Let us
강아지
teach that pup a lesson.
교육 좀 해야겠네요.
Well, that was
약해 빠졌구만.
brutal and swift. Weak sauce.
너네는
I
이런
could crush you
모습이
like bugs
되기 전에
even before I turned into
나였어도
what I am
그냥
now.
으깨버렸어. 다들
All right, why don't you
여기
gather around
무릎
and
꿇고
kneel?
앉아봐들. 돼진 놈들은
Dead,
어쩔 수
well, they
없고.
can't be helped.
원하는 게
What is it that
무엇이죠?
you want?
에야,
I have plenty of
원하는 건
wants,
많지.
gal.
돈도 좀
Want to have a
많이
ton of
주고
cash in my
싶고
hands.
한번
Wanna live in a
둥지에서도
nest for
살아보고
once, too.
싶고. 근데
Before any of that, I want
그
to make
전에
some music.
음악 한번 해보려고.
미친.
Hell,
못
shut your yap
들어주겠네.
already. Whoa, look at this
대가리
go.
멀리도 날아가네.
Flew right out of the park. Home run.
저희에게
Tell us what you
원하는
demand
것이
from us.
무엇입니까?
What I want from you guys?
내가 너희한테 원하는 거? 맞아.
Right,
그게
that was the point.
본론이었지.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I imagine a lot of this stuff is... Huh. What's a Berida? Brytha, designated Brytha refers to teaching outside the 6 orders of the Mishnah. Looks like it's sort of an apocrypha for a Jewish text. So it's outside of the normal teachings. Anyway, right, that was the point.
우선
First off, the
너네들
piece of cloth you're carrying,
천조가리
give me
있지?
that.
그것 좀 내놔봐.
이 누브 온다는 엄지를 위한
This nouveau
것인데요.
fabric is for the thumb, though.
우리 대장이
My boss showed
관심해
interest in that
보이더라고.
thing. But it's a pretty nice cut of
꽤
cloth.
좋은 천이라던데. 연주 전에
Guess
옷
he
좀
wants us to
다들
suit up before the
맞춰주려나 봐.
performance.
엄지를 적으로
You
돌리면
must know the
어떻게
consequences
될지
of making an enemy of the thumb.
모르지는 않을 텐데.
The
엄지?
thumb?
다
Tell him to
덤비라
bring it
그래.
on. I'm gonna smash them
죄다
all.
부셔버릴 테니까. 아 그리고
Oh, and take
너네
your goons to the
애들
library,
데리고
will ya?
도서관으로 좀 가봐라.
Oh, I like the glowing eyes. The
도서관.
library?
이
building that's
엘사
rumored to be at the
둥지
center of
중심에
this
있다고
nest?
하는 그 도서관 말이죠.
그래
Yep, that
그거.
thing.
당신도
So you're after
역시
the wealth this land can
이
bring
땅에서
after all.
돈을 벌려고 이런 짓을 벌이는군요.
아니라고
I
해도
told you
그러네.
that's not it.
돈을
I do
벌고
want to earn some
싶기는
bucks, but
한데
music comes first.
일단 음악부터 할 거라고.
대체 왜지?
For what reason?
낸들
It's me,
아나.
my boss.
우리 대장 아니지.
No, I mean the orchestrator of our
지휘자
ensemble
나리께서
wants us to get rid of all those
음악하려면
noisy syndicates
이곳에
like the
있는
thumb or
엄진이
the index
검진이
so
하는
that we can make
조직놈들
some
처리
music.
좀 하라잖냐. 옷 쫙
And fancy
빼입고 말이야.
suits too?
그리고
And how about the library
도서관도
while
좀
we're at it?
도와주고.
도서관을
How about the
도와줘요?
library?
에헤.
Shush, gal. Keep your eyes
눈
low if you don't want to
깔아.
get dead.
돼지기 싫으면. 아무튼
Anyways, you guys
너네는
can
이거
take this and
받고
head to the library like
내가
I said.
하란 대로 도서관에 가면 되는 거야. 어서들
Go on
가봐.
ahead.
어허.
Come on, get going
안
already.
가고들 뭐해? 내
If
눈앞에서
you don't use that
초대장 사용
invitation
안
right
하면
now, I'll
뼈에서
kindly
살을
remove all the
발라버릴
bones from
테니까.
your flesh.
다들 준비하세요.
Let's prepare to go, everyone.
손이 부들부들 떨리는데 괜찮은 거
Hands
맞지?
are shaking, Gally. You sure you're all right?
혹시
Are you mad at me by any
나한테
chance?
빡쳤나?
아닙니다.
No, it's nothing.
그리고
And one more thing. Run off
도서관에서
without the
책을 못
books in your hands,
구해와도
you're also dead to me.
똑같이 나한테 뒤져. 굉장히 과격한걸?
That was quite intense.
엘사가
Looks like things
무너져서
are fiercely wrestling
손가락들이
for the ownership
둥지의
of the
땅을
nest the
먼저
Elkhorns
선점하려고
once had
난리가
reign over.
났네.
둘이 무슨
Why wouldn't
상관인데?
they though? Ever
알박기라고
heard of
들어봤어?
holdouts? When a wing is
날개가
broken, its
꺾이면
nest collapses,
둥지는
and gradually
무너지고
turns into a slum akin to
자연스럽게
backstreets.
뒷골목처럼 환경이 바뀌거든. 주인이
It
없는
becomes a lawless
땅에는
land without an
규칙도
owner
없는
to uphold
법이지.
anything.
땅을 차지하려고 몰려드는
Then
여러
a bunch of
조직은
syndicates come
미리
rushing in
선점.
to occupy the land in advance.
그 다음은?
What happens next? The
언제까지고
vacancy in the
날개가
wings won't stay
공석이지는
open
않아.
forever.
둥지를
When a new wing
배정받은
rises and
새로운
gets assigned to a
날개에
nest, the syndicate
선점한 구역을
resells that
도입하는
land to the
거지.
wing. You know what? That actually makes sense.
물론 날개가
Of course,
해결사나
the wing
다른
can choose
조직을
to hire
고용해서
fixers or
힘으로
other
몰아낼 수도
syndicates to kick
있지만
out that syndicate with force
그건
instead.
그때 가서
But that's
생각할
another
일이지.
story.
원래 살고
What
있던
will happen to the feathers
깃털들은
living in the
어떻게 되는
nest?
건데?
살고 있던
Those
녀석들?
folks? Well, they're all on their
알아서
own.
살 길 찾아야지. 해결사를
Hire a
고용하든
fixer or get evicted to
뒷골목으로
the back streets or
내쫓기든
try and join another
다른
wing or
날개에
anything.
입사하든 간에
A nest without its wing is no
날개가
longer a safe
꺾인
haven
이상
for its residents.
둥지는 더 이상 거주민들의 안전을 보장해주지 않으니까.
도시답네.
That's typical of the city.
뭐든 자기
If you
손으로
can't grasp
붙잡지
whatever
않으면
opportunities you find with your
언젠가
own
버려질
hands,
뿐이지.
you're bound to fall behind.
근데 저 멍멍이는
What's up with
대체
that puppy
누구려나?
anyway?
뒤틀림
That looked
같아
like a case
보였어.
of the distortion.
뒤틀림?
Distortion?
내가
Not exactly
상상하던
what I
거랑 다른걸?
imagined. Oh god, so we're gonna have to fight distortion bosses later.
그래,
Indeed.
굉장히
Appears to be highly
이성적이야.
rational.
아,
You call that
저게
rational?
이성적이야?
너보다도
He seems
훨씬.
much more rational than you are, at the very least. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she was just a regular person wearing the stuff. She's probably part of the Brahmin animal group. But I'm gonna probably fight distortion bosses later. That's my guess.
이러면 안
It's not meant to
되는데.
be. It's all a fancy fursuit. I mean, I've seen some of those really fancy ones. It wouldn't surprise me. This is in the like distant techno future.
저
Where the hell
개대가리는
did that bitch
도대체
head come
어디서
from?
솟은 놈이야? 어디
How dare an
하룻강아지가
impudent
하늘을 볼 줄 모르고
but
캐기고
us
있어.
superior beings. Superior beings.
부조장,
Calm down,
진정해.
Let's report this
이
to the
건을
thumb right
처리하는
after we
대로
take care of
엄지에
this.
보고하자고.
그래야겠네요.
Yes. Let us do that.
엄지 소속인 우리
Ridiculous that someone
흑은혜를
could treat us
이따위로
crew of Kuma
대하다니.
Clan, a thumb subsidiary, with
말도 안
such
되죠.
disrespect.
그 말이 맞아요.
Here.
그리고
Although we're in a bad situation,
상황이 안
the
좋긴
books listed on
하지만
this invitation are
초대장에
tempting offers for
적힌
sure.
책들
Are they?
분명 나쁘지 않아요.
The books were Lobotomy Corps and then the Carnival. Is that tempting?
사육제도
Seems that the Carnival
결국
ended up
책이
turning into
되었네요.
books.
그러고 보니 이
This
책은
book is related to
엘사
the nest of
둥지와도
Elkhorn
관련된
too.
책이군.
환영합니다,
Greetings,
손님.
dear guests.
어떻게
How did you manage
우리에게
to collect all
필요한
the books
책들을
we need the most?
모아뒀죠?
Yeah, they brought Lobotomy, but I don't know about the Carnival one. That just seems like a bonus.
그게
Such
도서관의
is the role of the
역할이죠.
library.
피를
This place
먹는 곳의
exudes the smell
냄새다.
of blood. And
손님에게서도
Eureka blood as well,
피냄새가
dear
진동하네요.
guests.
어머,
Why,
그런가요?
do we?
돌아가면
Let's set up a bathhouse for a warm one once
뜨끈한
we finish
목욕탕이나
this.
가죠.
좋은
Good idea.
생각이에요.
There's nothing like a good bath to blow off
오늘같이
some steam on a
일진사나운
bad day.
날은 목욕이 제격이죠.
술은 내가
Drinks
사도록
are on
하지.
me.
그런데
guy named
남아있는 목욕탕이나 술집이 엘사 둥지에 있긴 한 거야?
Are there even any bathhouses or pubs left in Elkhorn's Nest anyway? I guess, but I feel like making the thread is a very built-up process. And by built up, I mean built up in the carnival's body. I don't know if the book will tell them a whole lot.
그것도
That's a
확실히
fair point.
그렇네요.
There's so much to report and take
보고할
care of,
것이나
so
처리할
much to
것도
think about.
많고 생각할 것도 많고
Are you
언제까지
done with your
떠들고만
chit-chats
계실
now?
거죠?
How
부채기는
pushy. Now then,
그럼
shall we head inside?
들어가 보도록 할까요?
부디
May you find your
당신의
book in
책을
this
찾으실
place.
수 있기를.
I suppose that's true, yeah. Alright, got Kurokumo Henchman. Inflict 1 bleed next scene upon a successful attack. On hit, draw 1 page. Ooh! Store 2 light. Okay. Seems like they would be a good match with Olga. I want them lay a blade on Madame Sayo. On each successful slash attack this scene, inflict 1 bleed next scene. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, they're all doing the same move, too. Okay, do that there. You're gonna... just counter that one. And you can counter this one. Who needs slash? Put on you. We've got a 5 coming in here. Nothing coming in here. That's very unfortunate. Alright, might as well do that one. Yeah, I got nothing there, unfortunately. Alright. Seems like a good time to focus in. Pulsation activate. Okay, you're gonna just take him out. Easy peasy. Ow, come on. Nice. Book of Kurokuma Clan. Nope, can't afford it. That's fine. Nice. Stagger ahoy. Stagger ahoy. Beautiful. Pretty good. Alright, now we have the big three. We have Sayo. Speed. Draw 2 more pages at the start of the act. Slash dice, power +1. On a successful slash attack, inflict 1 bleed. When inflicting bleed, using combat pages, apply 1 additional stack of bleed. Upon successful stack, inflict 1 bleed. Okay, about the same. Gain 1 power for each page in hand. 3 to 10, inflict 3 bleed. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's bring in the ringer for this, I think. I'll handle that one. Cute little, adorable little squirts. Ooh, man, I'm tired. Combat start, boost slash dice, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4 to 5. You can go wherever you want. So let's focus on Sayo. So I think she's going to be a problem. Through protection, inflict 1 bleed, 2, 7, 2, 7, 3 to 3. Oh, come on. I think I rolled min for all of those. That was terrible. Ooh, God, that's bad. Well, I got a chance. Draw 1 page. Might as well go there. Oh, come on! Really? Jesus Christ, this fucking rolls just fucked me over completely. Alright, in that case... all on Sayo. Well, I got her staggered, so that's something. That's incredibly unfortunate, isn't it? new dies? I didn't even notice there were new ones. Well, I knew that was, but I had, like, no choice. The bigger problem was just, like, I rolled so poorly during that opening round that it actually killed me. Going to. Let's give it to give it to you. You're gonna die soon if I don't do anything anyway, so tailoring do? Can't do it anyway. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Yeah! Actually, hold on. Forget that. Literally scratch that. Book of Yang obtained. What? How did I must have been bleeding. Come on. Nice. Perfect. Okay, I gotta kill him this round. This is probably my best shot. Okay, that sucked. Can't afford it. Okay, got it. What? How is he not dead? How did he not die? Come on. Well, how did he not die? I just got fucked. The game fucked me on that. Like, the game screwed me over on the initial die roll with Malkuth on that fight, and then just at the end, just like, what happened? What even didn't work? I can't do that one again for a minute. I'm just tilted. That's... So I just rolled terribly for the damage is what you're saying. Great. Alright, whatever. I'll just do this and then that'll be that. I accomplished what I set out for. I accomplished what I set out to do. I beat Lovetown. That's all I set out to do today. Next time I can take care of the other thing. Alright, let's begin. Wow, okay. Oh, he has an ability that lets you do that? Seriously? Ugh. That's good to know, I suppose. So many books of rats. Just call it bullshit. I got Book of Sayo. That's something. Another Book of Tamari. Missing the other ones. Oh, he got protection on a previous round. I did... No, wait, I didn't use Brawl. I think I used I'll Kill You for that one. It was definitely like a multiple hit. Like, it should have done it. He just didn't go down below the limit. It was Brawl? Okay. But I'm pretty sure it did hit, like, Brawl when I used it. Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm tilted after that. That's annoying. How many books of Carnival do I have? I got 2 more. God damn it. I mean, it's not like I could have done anything else. That was literally the best play I could have made on that turn. Unfortunately. Alright, well... You know what? I'm going back in anyway. Let's see what I get out of these. Turko Henchman. I got Yang's Page. Let's see, Digging Shank. When inflicting bleed using Comet Page, apply +1 additional stack. Got Yang's Page. I got Jin's Page, but not Sayo's Page. Sure. Ink Ova. That's pretty good. I like that one. It's cost 4 though. Sharpened Blade. Boost slash dice power by +2 for this scene. On hit, inflict 2 bleed next scene. On Clash Lose, add 2 damage to the next die and 3 to 9. That's real good. That is real good. Combat start, gain 3 protection. On hit, draw 1 page. Use gain 3 protection next scene. Dark Cloud, start. Upon each successful slash attack this scene, inflict 1 bleed next scene. That'd be really good if I had 2 dice, because I can just use that and then like a super slash move. Doesn't Hod use slashing? Yeah, right, because Hod uses the slash and bleed stuff, so this is perfect for Hod. Okay. I'll have to redo these pages, because right now they're very, just whatever. Okay, that's something to do for next time, I suppose. I'm not going to be able to grind that because I didn't beat it, but I'll, at the very least, I'll do more of the carnival to get them set up, and I'll probably set Hod up with the stuff I need for that. So that's that for now. That loss just tilts me. It really does. Alright, so that's... I did what I set out to do. I cleared Lovetown. That's the important part. I cleared Lovetown. I saw the Tomary mess. I'll have to fight them more to probably get more books. God. Okay. So yeah, that's Library Ruina. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be playing more of that next week. Gotta try and get up to, get up to the Urban Nightmare. And, let me see. Tomorrow is gonna be Astral Chain. Gonna try running through that relatively quickly. Not gonna do all the side content, but just to sort of see how it plays out. See how much of it I remember from before. So yeah, that's that. As usual, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the game with me. And see you next time. And let me just real quickly do this. There's an update. There we go. All right, see you next time.